Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
And here we go, a Tuesday edition, as you can hear, bustling in here at Hurricanes in Jewington Creek, our Tuesday home, and a lot to get to on this good-looking Tuesday. Not too cold right now. I guess it's going to get down again later tonight, but no football tonight. First time in 5 days. The 5-day extravaganza, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, has come to an end. The first round, obviously, of the NFL playoffs has also come to an end. We got a lot to do to talk about that, kind of preview the division games coming up Saturday and Sunday. We'll even take a quick look ahead to the championship games on Sunday. We'll tell you who's playing when in a couple of weeks. A lot to get to here on the program. Glad you're with us here. Terry Norvelle, we hope to hear from Patrick Young. As you know by now, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, he has his work at the SEC Network Studios, and we will get into some SEC basketball. The Gators play late tonight. The Gators are scheduled to tip off at 9 o'clock. Oh, you got to hate those late tip-offs. But that is what Florida night, 9 o'clock at home against Missouri. There are 1, 2, 3 SEC matchups on the hardwood tonight that involve ranked teams. We'll go over those and the impact that the next 2 weeks could have on Florida. Boy, they got a good situation now. The Gators opened up conference play with a tough slate. They had top 10 Kentucky on the road, lost that game. They had number 1 Tennessee. Their second game, and they won that game at home. They knocked off Tennessee. And then the reason I thought the Arkansas game was big that Florida won on Saturday, they're now 2-1 in conference, and I don't know if you can really have many breathers in the SEC this year with as deep as it is with quality teams, but the next 4 games are very manageable for the Gators. 4 games in conference play covers 2 weeks. So Florida, if they take care of business, they play 3 unranked teams, and then they play Georgia, their 4th game in a row. They will play Georgia. Georgia just got ranked. 2 weeks from now, I don't know if they will still be ranked. We will see. But if Florida can hold serve the next 4 games, they get out to a 7-1 run. Well, the next 2 weeks, the ranked teams in the SEC are all starting to play each other. Now, Florida will run into a nasty portion a little bit later in the conference schedule, but the Gators can kind of get some breathing room if Florida takes care of the next 4 games. We'll go over the big games tonight in the SEC. Other things we want to get to today on the program. I am so intrigued. And there may be a little bit of a negative here, but I am so intrigued with this Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys, Deion Sanders possible marriage. I want to get into that today. The marriage is not what really intrigues me. It will be a 10-ring circus if Dallas does land Deion Sanders. The marriage is not necessarily what I'm looking forward to. What I'm looking forward to, if Deion does go to Dallas and goes to work for Jerry Jones, the marriage doesn't excite me as much as, oh my God, the divorce. And there will be a divorce. I'm not sure Jerry will still be alive for the divorce, but he probably will. Can you imagine how ugly it can get in Dallas with Deion Sanders coaching and working under Jerry Jones? It's good when it's good, right? That's the easy part. When things are going good, it's good, man. It's easy when it's good. But Coaches get fired. That's just what happens. Oh, my goodness. Deion Sanders working under Jerry Jones, and it goes sideways. That will be absolute sports broadcasting gold. Gold out there, I tell you, Jerry. Soup. Soup is not a meal. Soup is not a meal. Hey, coming up in a little bit, probably around 4:20, I want to introduce you to the newest member of our show. We've got a new young man by the name of Ben Dobbins, and I didn't want to just pop him on you guys, but he's been training to be one of our kind of a backup producer. So we're going to have young Ben. He's a young fella who is, I think he just wrapped up at UNF, or maybe this is his final semester, but wanted to learn the business. So we've had Ben training to learn how to run the board. He'll be mostly kind of on the back, but he may be out and about with us, helping us when we're on location. But I want to introduce everybody. Don't want to just, I think he may produce the show on Friday, his first solo go at it. So rather than just kind of throw him on there, I think we're going to invite young Ben on the show today about 4:20 and learn a little bit about him. If he's going to become part of our family here, we want to learn a little bit about him as we go. Getting back to college basketball, I want to talk a lot of college basketball today. By the way, nothing new on the Jaguar coaching search. I'm not one of these guys that's going to, oh, my God, they interviewed this guy at 11 today, and they interviewed this guy at 2, and tomorrow at noon they got – well, until it gets a little more concrete, I mean, good Lord, I think they've got to wait. They're going to be interviewing for a couple more weeks because some of the guys are still that they want to talk to are still, in the playoffs. So not a whole lot out of Jaguar camp, I don't think, right now, and it'll be that way. So we're going to talk a lot of college basketball. I'm going to peek ahead a little bit. This morning I did a little research, and it's way ahead, but it's worth noting. We're going to go over where are all 8 first and second round March Madness sites. Where are they? And we even may kind of plug in. There's 2 sites I think that would really be advantageous for the Gators. We'll go over the first and second round sites. There are 8 of those. Then obviously the 4 regional final sites, and then the Final 4. We'll get into that. Where might Florida go? Where other teams are going to probably go that are having pretty good years. And just for future reference, I know we're a couple months away from this, but the Final 4 is in San Antonio, the Alamo Dome. So San Antonio, not the South, but not way out west, not West Coast, not way up Northeast. So the Alamo Dome, make it to the Alamo. We want to go to the Alamo. That is the goal, the fight song, the fight battle cry, I should say, for college basketball. But interesting some of the sites. And I think there's one that if Florida right now could handpick to go to their first and second round games, if they have a second round game, I guess you got to win the first one. But it's also going to be interesting the way this is playing out. If the serve holds, if the college basketball season continues to be the big, bad, deep SEC and then everybody else. Right now, that's what it looks like. I mean, look at the rankings. My goodness. Let me pull those up. The rankings came out yesterday, the newest ones. But where I'm going with this, if the season plays out like it appears, like it has played to this point, and it appears that it will play out the rest of the regular season through conference tournaments, there's a really good chance that the SEC could get 2 number 1 seeds. Right now, the AP poll that came out yesterday, Auburn has jumped up to number 1. Iowa State is 2. They had a overtime thriller that they barely pulled out over Texas Tech on Saturday. So Auburn is 1 in the latest poll, men's college basketball. Iowa State 2, this is AP. Duke 3. AP has Alabama 4, Florida 5. The coaches poll has Florida 4, Alabama 5. Tennessee is 6, Marquette 7. There's a little discrepancy at 8. Kentucky is 8 in the AP poll. They're 9 in the coaches poll. So the top 5 or 6 pretty much hold. Florida and Alabama have flipped and flopped a little bit there. But you look at the SEC, and if this whole Auburn, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee outside the top 5, but they've been number 1 for 2 weeks, the previous 2 weeks. Kentucky's messing around in the top 10. Texas A&M is holding on at 11, and I say holding on because their star player, Wade Taylor, has missed a few games. I mean, just going that deep with the SEC, there's a pretty good chance there could be 2 teams with number 1 seeds. And then it gets a little interesting. Because where would you rather, if you're the second number 1 seed out of the SEC, would you rather go to a West Coast location and be a 1 seed, or be a 2 or 3 and be 500 miles closer to home in a different location? A lot to talk about on the program. One thing that hasn't made it, and it's a political-ish topic, but it's really sports. I don't think I've heard many people talk about it, but tip of the hat to my man, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Did you hear what he said the other day? I love this guy. This guy is my favorite now. J.D. Vance is a big-time college football fan. He was talking to the political media, and there's not a lot of humor in politics, and not a lot of humor in political media. I mean, they're about as buttoned down as you can get, right? All they do is argue 24/7, 365. But a week ago, J.D. Vance talking to the political media, the Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. I don't know how they got to this, but okay. They were asking about the inauguration, and obviously the big inauguration comes up Monday the 20th, same day as Martin Luther King Day, and the huge inauguration. And Vance certainly will be front and center, being inaugurated as the new vice president. And J.D. Vance, little humor here, said, well, and I'm paraphrasing, he says, I hope everybody's not going to be mad at me. I'm going to skip that inauguration because I'm going to go watch the Buckeyes play for a national championship. The college championship game is that night. How about that? Martin Luther King Day, presidential inauguration day, and the college football national championship game. But being serious for a moment, I hate that the game's on a Monday. Big sporting events that are set, if the date is set, are supposed to be on the weekend. Your big sporting events are supposed to be on the weekends. Now, when I say set, in baseball and basketball where they play series, right, best of 7, you can't 100% set the final game date. It could be game 4 with a sweep. It could be game 5. It could be game 6, or it could be game 7. So I get that when those championships fall non-weekend. But when you can set one, come on. College football, NFL, there's room for everybody. The college football championship should be contested on a Saturday or a Sunday. One or the other. One or the other. All right, let me see what else we got here we want to get to. I've got some video, and I want to make sure we've got it. I'll call for it a little bit later. Got some video that will support what I think may happen if Deion, Dallas, and the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, if they get together and they marry. And my video, if we have it, is we'll call it up later. My video is, we'll call it up a little bit later, just tease it, but my video is more what I think will happen in the divorce, not necessarily the marriage. And also, I've got a little video to support. We do this at about 5:30 on Tuesdays with Trivia Pat. He'll be here for his trivia show here that is after our show. But we like to get Trivia Pat on, and I've got some video for a question I'm going to throw his way. So there you have it. That's segment 1 down. Here's what we're going to do. Let's take a break, get reset, and I hope to hook up with our buddy Ben Dobbins, a young man that's going to kind of be around the show now. He's been training hard to learn the ops side of our world, and we'll kind of find out who this guy is, and why the hell would he want to put his name on this show. We'll see that. We'll talk about that and a lot more. One down, a long way. Oh, Pat's here. Pat's here. How you doing? You showed up. We're going to. You show and we go to break. Can you hang tight? Good, because I want you to meet Ben Dobbins, our new kind of fill-in producer guy. Are you excited? Are you really excited? Are you really, really excited? Okay. Hang tight, Pat. I know you're busy. Hey, by the way, real quick before we go to break, you're either in or on your way to Charlotte, right?
I'm here.
Did you get your hair cut? Because I got a place to take that nappy hair of yours. I found a place today.
Wow.
Did you get a haircut?
No, I didn't. You're right.
I got a place for you.
You're right.
I told the guy, I found me a place I'm starting to go to now. And I said, dude,
okay.
My partner's got some of the nappiest hair you've ever seen. He said, bring him in. He said, bring him in.
It's not that bad.
He said, they do nappy. They do nappy. Hey, we'll see that tonight, pal. We'll see that.
It's my beard. Yeah, keep going. This is going to lead you to a turn.
All right, buddy. Hang tight.
Sorry, mom's driving.
Right here?
Yes.
Hey, hang tight, Pat. We're going to take a break, come back, and we're going to meet our new guy, Ben Dobbins, young Ben.
Okay.
He's going to want to be part of this show. I don't know why, but we'll find out on the other side. The Young and Norvelle show continues on a Tuesday from Hurricane Joining the Creek.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 143-2579.
Oh, looking good from the tower cam. That's gorgeous. What a gorgeous shot right there. Clear, cool, not cold, I don't think. Good looking shot. Man, why have we not exploited that wonderful river that runs right through our city? I don't know. Discussion for another day. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Young and Norvelle show. Both Mr. Young and Mr. Norvelle are here. I am set up at our Tuesday location, of course, which is Julington Creek's location of Hurricanes. Patrick, number one, before we welcome Ben Dobbins to the show, Patrick, I'm telling you, I want to prepare you before you get all mad because I know how you are. I think the glasses I ordered are those exact ones right there. I think I've got new pair of glasses, and I copied.
But like now, every time you're gonna consciously think of me every time you see those glasses, and you're like, dang it, am I gonna run into Patrick today? Because if I don't want to wear matching glasses, but I don't want to text him and ask him because that's weird. I'm just telling you, walking you through your thought process.
No, Pat, you got to give those.
You're not going to get to enjoy those glasses. You're not going to enjoy your glasses as much.
No, you can't wear those anymore. That's the rule. You can't wear those anymore. You got to retire those. But speaking of glasses, look at these three sets of glasses. We welcome Ben Dobbins, our buddy Ben, who is going to become a part of our show. He has been training Pat as Pat. I want you to meet Ben. That's Ben. Pat, there's Pat. Ben, hey, Pat.
Ben and Terry, my mom had to put her 2 cents in. Terry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
She said, "Yeah, but what if Terry looks better than you and his?"
Hey, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Everybody was wanting to say that, Patrick, but they didn't
want
to hear
you. Right.
Ben, how you doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Good, man. There's a rumor going around that you actually voluntarily want to join this show. Why would you want to do that, Ben?
Yeah, it would be good. It's good. It's a good opportunity.
Ben, you tell us a little bit about yourself. Ben's going to be kind of one of our backup fill-in producers, which we can use. Casey and, of course, Zach. They're busy men. They got a lot of stuff going on. Ben, give us a little background. So, a UNF guy, you're about to wrap up. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, I'm a senior at UNF. I'm a sport management major with minors in digital marketing and business management. It's just a good opportunity to be on the show.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Pat, did you understand any of that major he's got? He's got like a 14-word major.
There were a lot of words in there. You might have to dumb it down. I got the first part. The second part, I was like, huh, okay.
Wait, what? I heard double major in there. No, I can barely handle a single major. What the hell is double major?
It's double minoring.
Double minor. Okay.
Yeah. It's easier. Less classes.
All right. So where are you from originally? You went to UNF? Or you're not from here, though, right? Nope. You're a foreigner. You're not a Yankee, are you? You're not a Yankee, are you?
I'm still from Florida. I'm from Orlando.
Okay. O-Town, Pat. He's from O-Town.
What made you want to leave and come up to Jacksonville?
Get away from my parents. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Say that?
I didn't want to go to UCF just because it was close. So I was like,
Yeah.
I know UNF had a good sport management major, so yeah, I just went to UNF.
Spread your wings a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. If I went to UCF, I would have had to stay at home, so I didn't want to do that.
My. Patrick, that'll crimp your style, staying at home, crimp your style, All right, so Ben, I didn't ask you this.
You're speaking to the choir right now, my guy.
Say that again, Pat.
You're speaking to the choir right now.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Yeah. All right, Ben. So just kind of looking at you, I'm thinking you probably were you're about 6'7", 330. Played left tackle for your high school team.
Yeah.
Is that your sports history? What's your sports history?
No, I watched sports all my life, obviously, because that's why I went to sport management. But huge Dolphins fan. I played football in like freshman year of high school. That's pretty much it. I played tennis too, and yeah, just watching sports a lot.
I like it. So you're a Dolphin fan.
Yeah.
Now, Orlando, where you grew up, I guess you were born there, grew up there at least. Tampa's a lot closer to Orlando. Last time I looked.
Yep.
You skipped over the Buccaneers. What about and the Jaguars are the other way? What happened?
Yeah, they showed a lot of Bucs games down there. My dad was a Dolphin fan, so family. He watched all the Dolphin games. Lamar Miller, Ricky Williams, and all that. So I grew up on Reggie Bush and that Dolphins.
Fair enough. And Dolphins came close, right? But didn't quite make the playoffs, right?
Yeah, we needed to win and then the Broncos to lose.
All right.
Too much help.
Yeah.
Exactly. Are you upset about Tyreek Hill wanting to get out of there?
No, honestly, I mean, apparently they fixed their problems, but honestly, I was fine with it. He was just causing way too much issues. He was being too much.
I get it, man. He doesn't have a lot of years to. He could definitely be a 2,000-yard guy.
Yeah.
Without the quarterback, a good quarterback, he's not a great tool.
I'm assuming you watch every Dolphin game. Are you like most Dolphin fans? Every time you watch Tua take a snap, you're scared. With his history now,
the time he came back and ran, I think it was for a first down. He ran and he slid, and I remember everyone cheering right when he slid. But every time he runs, I feel more scared. Yeah. And then when he threw an interception, he went headfirst into a tackle. Probably not the brightest, but but when he takes back snaps, I'm not really too scared. It's just when he runs.
What's the deal with the Dolphins? Are they on a downswing now? Do they have any cap money? I guess. They probably got a bad. I can actually find it where they draft at. They almost made the playoffs, so 14, they probably don't have a
14.
They're 14.
I believe so, yeah.
Do you know if they have any cap space, or are they pretty?
It's it's not too much. I know Javon Holland.
Ooh, Patrick and Ben. I'm sorry to cut you off, Ben. You're right. Dolphins. I'm showing right now, unless they make a move, that they draft 13. They're in the 13 hole. But man, I'm showing them. They are showing $10 million of cap space.
Yeah. There's always ways around it, though. You could always restructure some contracts and stuff like that, but it's not good.
Man, that is pretty low. I mean, the Patriots right now have $126 million cap space, their best. Raiders $97 million, Commanders $81, Cardinals $77. The Jaguars, by the way, they're 17th in the list. They've got right at 40. Damn, the Dolphins only have 10, but they can cut some people, right?
Yeah, I mean, Javon Holland, we have to I don't know. I don't really want him to come back, but we can re-sign him. I know we could always restructure Tua, but that would put extra money in the back end, and you don't really want to do that because you don't know if coaches are going to be fired next year or stuff like that.
If that's going to pay off.
Yeah, exactly. If we restructure his deal, that means we'll have like another year tied to him where he's making so much money, and it's like
So NFL's your main squeeze?
Yeah, I would say so. Easily.
Jam. It's your jam. What's your feeling? Everybody else has got a feeling. Jaguars.
Who's their head coach? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, just bottom of the barrel. What do you think?
Ben Johnson, I think. I really think they're going to get him.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
He's not coming here.
I think so. I mean, what's the better place to go? He's going to be a head coach by the end of the year, obviously, but it's just
the Bears are a better place for him to go.
I don't know.
The Raiders would be a better place.
The Jags are not that bad. I mean, obviously, it's not a bad place to go.
Hey, Ben, you watch the way you're talking to Patrick Young, okay? I don't know if I like that attitude you just threw at Patrick.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that.
That's Patrick Young.
Hey,
man. I don't know if you can see this, but look at the names in this sign right here, pal.
And his first.
Look at this. You see this? Look at that. That's who you're talking to right there.
L.
Straighten up. I hate to throw you in damn timeout before you even really start. Patrick, we going to throw him in timeout? Ben, are you sure you want to join this mess? How's your reputation? How's your reputation around town, Ben? How's your reputation right now?
I think pretty good,
Pretty good?
Don't know many people, so it's easy.
All right.
It's like stay low.
Patrick, did you hear what he said, Patrick?
Yeah.
How's your reputation? Well, I don't know many people.
So it has to be good.
Pretty good.
Yes.
And then he said he wants to lay low. I like it. All right, Pat. I
got to ask you some that you grew up in Orlando. You've been here in Jacksonville. This is going your 4th year.
Yeah.
What are your favorite spots, or what are your favorite things about Jacksonville?
Is there a lot?
Ooh,
it's not.
I'd say he's getting a little sassy. Is what he's doing, Patrick.
No,
Ben's getting a little sassy on us right now.
No, I'm kidding. But I like the zoo. Jacksonville Zoo is pretty nice.
Oh my God.
But I don't go many places.
Well, the good thing about
favorite place to eat, favorite food. Give me that. A favorite Jacksonville restaurant.
Food. There's this Mexican place on Beach that's pretty good.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember what it's called. I don't eat a lot out
must
here.
not be that good.
What about where do you rave at? He wants to know where's the best rave spot. Do people still rave, you young people?
I don't think so.
All night?
Or at least I don't. I don't go out a lot.
Still rave.
He said he doesn't go out. Hey, I was about to say, at first when you said the zoo, I was like, dude, did he just say the zoo? Yeah. Our show is too cool for the zoo. But Patrick Young, I like that because
cool for the zoo.
Hey, Pat, I like it now because I thought it through. I don't anticipate many days where young Ben Dobbins is scheduled to run the board, right? Produce the show. I don't think he's going to be laying out because he was partying all night. We're going to get right. I like our chances with this guy.
That's good. That's great. I love that.
That is good.
That's how you build a reputation. Is being reliable.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. All right, Ben. Well, by the way, how you doing on your training? I know you've been training like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with Zach. Is Zach nice to you? And how are you learning the board and all? Are you learning?
We talk a lot of sports, but yeah. I think Wednesday I'm going to be like on it, just like on the board.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You talk a lot. I'm not paying you to talk sports. I'm paying you to learn that board, pal.
Nah, Wednesday I'm going to be on the board. I don't know if I'm going to be like doing the show and stuff, but I'm actually going to be hands-on.
And word has it you're driving the ship on Friday.
Yep, I believe so. I think he's not going to be there. So I think Wednesday, Thursday, he's going to be on like over my shoulder, helping me out on it. And then Friday, I should have it by then.
All right. Now, one rule, and I'll give you one, and Patrick can give you one too if he's got one. I've got one rule when you're running this show. You ready? Ben, always make me look good. Always make Terry look good. Make sure if the camera got me good, there's a light on. Just make sure I look good, okay? Yep. Pat, you have one rule he needs to live by for you?
Don't be a Cowboys fan.
Don't be a Cowboys fan.
And that's it.
Now, Ben, we do a little trivia on Tuesdays. Are you much of a trivia guy?
No, I'm not that smart. About what trivia? Like,
well, I was going to say, it doesn't have to.
It's just around a bunch of stuff.
We branch out, too. It's not just sports. We have a trivia. On Tuesdays, we have a trivia guy that follows our show here at Hurricanes. He does his own show. And he sits in on about 5:30. And normally, Patrick and I just knock it out of the ballpark because we're smart. Ben, we're smart. Did you know that?
I imagine, yeah. A lot of information.
Patrick's on television too. Yeah. Does anybody watch telly anymore? Do you watch the telly?
Yeah, people still watch television. Yes.
Patrick's heading to be on television tonight, right?
But with that what medium do people watch television on? Because I probably watch television the most on my phone.
Really? How about you, Ben?
Yeah.
Ben, do you turn on the traditional TV?
Yeah, for sports. And that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, all right, we got a few more minutes. Ben, speaking of TV,
Yep.
tell me, and no answer is the wrong answer. I may laugh at you, but it's not a wrong answer, okay? What are kind of a few of your favorite shows and or movies?
Shows and movies.
And or movies. What do you
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't watch too much TV anymore. I mean, I know back in like high school, I used to watch like the Arrow and Flash and those types of movies, Gotham, or TV shows. I'm not saying movies, TV shows and stuff like that. So I used to be into those DC characters.
Arrow was good.
Yeah, it was. It was a good show. I wish
take your word on that, boys. I don't understand of what language you speak right there. How about what are some of your favorite all-time movies?
Movies? Well, I don't watch many movies. I can't sit through them. Take too long. My attention span is not there for that. But it probably have to be sports movies. Waterboy is pretty good. I think that took place at Stetson.
Now, have you ever watched any Star Wars movie in your life?
Nope.
Oh, that's the right answer. Did you hear that, Patrick? There's a second guy in the world. I've never watched any Star Wars movies in my life.
Nope.
Very nice.
I mean, yeah, no. I probably had like someone watching in the background. I never sat down and watched one.
Don't. Sometimes you talk too much and get yourself in trouble. Stay where you're at, Ben. Stay where you're at. Very nice. Very nice. All right, Benjamin. Can we call you Benjamin?
Yeah. Anything.
Benny?
Well, not anything. Maybe Ben or Benjamin's fine.
Patrick, that's a pretty strong name, though. Ben Dobbins. Ladies and gentlemen, starting guard from Orlando, Ben Dobbins. Pat, that's pretty good. Ben Dobbins. All right, Ben Dobbins. Keep training.
Yep.
Hey, less talk, more train, okay? I'm not paying you to talk in there, all right? That's your man, Ben Dobbins. He'll be part of our show as we move forward. All right, Pat, you stay right where you're at. We've got some SEC basketball to talk about, and I'm sure you're brushed up on a good night of SEC action. We'll talk about that with Patrick Young on the other side. It's a Tuesday. It is Hurricanes, Jointon Creek.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey, everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
All right, we come back here on a Tuesday. It is a Hurricane Jointon Creek Tuesday, our hangout every Tuesday. Terry Norvelle, Patrick Young here getting through it, and got a lot of good stuff coming up here on the program. Patrick Young, I think you're still with us, and if you are, have you heard the big social news here in Jacks Vegas? Big social news that broke today. No, but that's great news. Why did it get shut down, I wonder?
I didn't even look at the article to see why they did that.
Okay. The big social news, I think.
All I know.
Maybe you've got something bigger, but it was announced today that Tim Tebow and his bride are pregnant. They are going to have their
that's right.
first child. How about that?
Tim Tebow and Demi are going to have their first child.
How about that? They said, I think, summer of 25. So they're this summer they'll have their first baby. How about that?
I'm honestly surprised they didn't have it start sooner.
Yeah.
But I'm happy because I think they have 3 dogs too.
And
he loves his dogs.
Let me look this up, because not that it matters, because hell, I was 35 when I had my daughter, but Tim's pushing 40, isn't he? Let me see here.
He's got to be 30. He's older than Joe Kim, or he's older than Al, so yeah, he's got to be 39. 38, 39.
37, turns 38 in August, so he'll turn 38 with a newborn. He'll be 38. That's kind of old to be having a baby, but good for him.
Yeah.
Good for
him. I think Demi is a lot younger than him.
Oh, behave.
Like she might be 30.
Okay. And so good for them. Good for them. They'll have a little bouncing. They'll probably have a bouncing little left-handed quarterback. What they're going to have, right? They have a left-handed quarterback.
Absolutely.
You think?
Yeah, got to be lefty.
Patrick, you got yourself a good night You got yourself a good night to be on set talking SEC basketball. Patrick Young, 15th ranked Mississippi State at number 1 Auburn without their best player. How about that to lead things off, Pat? Then you got 21st ranked Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Going to Alabama, 4th ranked Alabama. And then, if that's not enough, Pat, 11th ranked A&M at 8th ranked Kentucky. Do we know anything about Wade Taylor yet?
I don't know yet, but I will. We're all going to find out. They need him.
Yeah.
They definitely need him.
Yeah, definitely. This is one A&M needs to get now. It's on the road at Kentucky. But again, I point back to Florida. The Gators, 9 o'clock tip, which I hate, in Gainesville. They host Missouri. Pat, the Gators can make a little bit of a run here if they can go 4-0, because the rest of the ranked teams, they're all playing each other the next 2 weeks, man. They're all playing each other.
Yeah, it's perfect time. You control your destiny. This is the time where you really take advantage of that, and I think they're going to dominate. Gators are going to dominate today for sure.
Yeah, do we know much about Missouri? They got a good record, but I'm assuming they haven't played many quality opponents.
No, they haven't really played anybody. Dennis Gates teams their team was really bad last year. Really bad. I think Saturday was their first conference win in a long time since they went 0-18 or whatever last season.
Wasn't it just?
I think they're better than they were last year, but they're not a top 10 team in that conference.
Patrick, it doesn't seem that long ago that Missouri had the brothers, and the one brother that got hurt, but he was almost the number 1 pick, and Missouri was a tough out not long ago. Who were those two brothers? Was it Porter?
It's not Porter, is it?
Yeah, one of the guys would have been first-round pick, but he got hurt. They were good.
That's Porter.
Yeah,
it was Porter.
Yeah. What's happened to Missouri? They've fallen off, man. They used to be a tough out, man.
Oh man, two seasons ago they had a great season. They had Kobe Brown and John E. They had a bunch of solid players. And this it can happen, the drop off. But also it is possible in this new era of transfer portal to have a team that's rebuilt in the next season. To me, it's ridiculous to win 13 games or whatever they won, 12 games, and then to win none the next year.
Yeah.
Like, that just doesn't make sense.
They went 0 for last year, you said?
0 for.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Hey, Pat, I was watching Texas on Saturday, and they were playing one of the big teams. Who did Texas lost to? Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I was watching Texas, Tennessee, and Tennessee pulled it out. Who is this Johnson guy for Texas? A freshman, Trey Johnson, I think. Man, he's a nice player, this kid, Trey Johnson. Do you know anything about him for Texas?
Just that everyone with the network loves him.
He went for about 26 the other day against Tennessee. And hey, did you make it to the hotel?
We just pulled up. My mom's gonna go in and grab some food. I can hop right back on once I put this order. We put this order in. Hold it for me.
Okay. Right? You want us to take a break?
Yeah, take a quick break. Perfect.
I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back. We may take it across the top of the hour for a little while. I got a couple of clips. I got a couple of clips I want to set up and some things we want to talk about. All right, we'll take a break. We'll get back with you in about 3 minutes, Pat. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you. We're coming right back on a Tuesday. It is a Hurricane Jointed Creek Tuesday on the Young and Norvelle Show right here on Action Sports Jack.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
So we welcome you back to a Tuesday edition. Terry Norvelle sitting here at the on the floor here at not on the floor, but in the serving area at Hurricane Jointed Creek. Glad to be here in the heart of Mandarin. We're here every Tuesday. Patrick Young. We're going to get hooked back up with Pat. And man, I got some bad planning. Bad planning, Pat. You want to hear this? So tonight, I'm going to dine on at home. I'm going to dine on some good old hamburger helper. I went to do it last night. I got my box of beef stroganoff, hamburger helper, and I got my pound of hamburger. But I looked at the box, and you need milk, and I didn't have any milk. So I want to have. I got to stop on the way home and get milk just to make hamburger helper. I'm mad about that, Pat. I don't want to stop.
That's such a first world complaint. You stop that. Oh my God.
Yes, it is. I don't want to stop.
You get to hop in your car and pull over to as many places as possible. You can go to the dollar store. You can go to Whole Foods to get milk.
I know. You know what I can do? I'm gonna call my wife to tell her to pick. Oh yeah, I don't have a wife to pick up milk. God almighty. Hey Pat, tonight, do you know when your first hit?
Tell Penny.
Yeah, tell Penny. Penny, run up to the store and get some milk. Tie a little note around her collar. Hey, Pat, tonight you're working on the SEC network. You can see Pat on TV tonight. Do you know when your first hit is? Or is it hard to say?
It'll be halftime of the 7 o'clock game.
Halftime of the 7. Y'all won't do anything before, like there's no time right before. You go straight from Feinbaum right to the game almost, I think, right? It's really quick. Yeah. So there's no pregame hit.
Let me see. Men's basketball. SEC. It's funny and this is such a humble brag, I guess, or like it's not about me, but the SEC is so good. When I'm going to my ESPN app and I want to see all the SEC games, I could just stay on the top ranked games
Nice.
as well. I could just find them all, just stay on the top rank, but I don't need that filter.
Nice.
So we got the Mississippi Auburn game. That's the one that's
okay. So we'll see you halftime of that game, and then halftime of the 9 o'clock game, and then post game, right?
yes.
Yeah, a lot of time. Good. Hey,
It's probably better for me to keep my video off because this app always warms my phone up, man.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. We got a picture
Yeah.
of you. We got a picture of you with that nappy hair. Looks good, man, right there.
No, there's no nappy hair in that picture.
No, that looks
my hair,
good.
that
That's
looks
tight.
good. It looks much better.
That is tight.
I need a haircut bad.
that
Now
is-
I'm self-conscious, Terry.
That is tight. But Patrick, I'm telling you, I talked to my boy today. I got a tight one today, man. It looks great. My hair looks wonderful, Patrick. And my boy said we were talking about your nappy hair today in the whole barbershop, right?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
He said to come on by. He promises he'll get you back into your fighting shape. Yeah,
Really?
He'll get you ready. Hey, who
Oh
you
my
working with?
God.
Who you working with tonight?
Damian Fishback.
Fish.
Yeah, I haven't seen Fish in a while, so it'd be nice to see him.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot.
Fish and Dari. And Dari will be there too.
Dari and Fish. All right, looking forward to it. Hey, have you heard, man, Patrick? This Deion Sanders Dallas Jerry Jones thing's heating up pretty good.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I see. It's picking up steam, man.
I would love it. It would be a broadcaster's dream. I would love it. Not so much the marriage at the front end, but can you imagine the breakup? And there will be a divorce because there's always a divorce, right? You can always get fired. When it goes bad, it's going to be absolute gold between Jerry and Deion if they hook up. It's going to be gold.
Oh my gosh, man, it's gonna be. Gosh, I'm not even gonna lie, and I don't like the Cowboys, but I might start cheering for them a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I want to see Deion do well. I don't hate Dak Prescott. I think he's a good quarterback. I want to see him. It's just something about Jerry Jones, man. It just made me so sour about the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's a tough out. He's a tough ask. He really is. But it'll be so much fun if they did hook up. If Deion did go to Dallas, it'll be a huge story all off season. But let me tell you something. The breakup, and what'll happen. Coaches get fired. That's just what happens. That will be priceless. As a matter of fact, Patrick, I'm going to give you a visual. Hopefully you can still see, and our viewers. Here's a visual, and playing the role. This is what's going to happen between Jerry Jones and Deion Sanders if Jerry has to fire him down the road. If he hires him, he's got to fire him at some point. You ready? And
right.
in this setup, playing the role of Jerry Jones will be Nolan Ryan. Playing the role of Deion Sanders will be Robin Ventura. And if we haven't, play it. Here we go. This is what's going to happen. This is how the divorce is going to go. And there's Jerry Jones, Nolan Ryan, and there's Deion. And this is how they're going it's going to be the breakup. Oh, it's not going to be pretty, boys and girls. Patrick,
oh, my goodness.
Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Oh, my gosh. You kidding me?
That's how it's going to go. And Jerry Jones, he's about 115 years old. And when you get that old, the old people, their fist is nothing but bone, but it's hard bone. Right? Here we go. So Jerry Jones, they're going to have words, and Jerry Jones is going to take that bony fist, a pow. Patrick, that's the divorce. Thank you very much.
That's the divorce?
Yeah, and you know what I mean about those old people? They lose all the meat on their hand and their fist. It's just a solid bone fist, and it hurts.
Yeah, well, that's kind of Spurrier's hands are almost like that. He's not too far away.
You keep
I
Stephen
hate to get smacked by him.
You keep Stephen Orr's fist out of this, okay?
You're bringing it up. I'm trying to relate to you.
I got you. All right. Hey, Patrick, what about the college football playoff round one a couple weeks ago, right? it wasn't very good. The 4 games weren't very competitive. They weren't dramatic. Nobody's going to argue. Everybody got so mad how bad the first round of the college football playoff was. Patrick, we just wrapped up the NFL first round of playoff games. 5 of the 6 games were terrible. Why isn't everybody mad? Why isn't everybody mad? Those were terrible games.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Washington and the Bucks. That's the only one. The only one that was tight.
Yeah, last night was a yawner. It was never close. It never felt close. Where's all the complaining at? I mean, the first round was terrible in the NFL.
I mean, is the argument both of these need to change? You know, it can be right. Both of these need to fix. Because you want and change. And I don't know with the NFL, like the Vikings, they were they had the second best record in their conference, but ended up having to be the 7th seed or whatever because of on the road, don't get a home game. Like I think that should change. You get a record like that, come on.
And they're done. The year they had, and they're done. Isn't that crazy? But the story may be sometimes fans just let things. It's 1 year maybe. Just let things breathe. They jumped all over college football the first year of this extended playoff. Hey, let it breathe. Maybe it was a one-off. I don't know. Hey, Pat, I did a little research today. I know I'm way ahead, but I looked at the first-round sites of March Madness to kind of get an idea of where you would want your favorite team. And obviously with us, it's the Gators. You ready for the sites? I got all 8 of them here. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Lexington, Providence, Seattle, Wichita, Cleveland, Denver, Milwaukee, and Raleigh. From the Gators' perspective, obviously, I think they would love to go to Lexington for round 1 and 2.
Lexington?
You won't play Kentucky. Kentucky wouldn't be in that bracket. You can't play in your own area.
Right.
I think Lexington would be a great place for Florida round 1 and 2. And here is the regional Final Four locations: San Francisco, Atlanta, Indy, and Newark, New Jersey. The best route.
Atlanta's not bad.
Oh, it's perfect. I mean, your absolute dream scenario for Florida would be finish off a great year, get a 1 seed in Lexington, and be paired up with Atlanta. Go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then the Final Four is in San Antonio this year, Pat.
Okay. In Texas again.
So you don't have to go, to the West Coast or way up Northeast. But certainly, obviously, Duke would love to go to Raleigh, and there's a rule that Duke or North Carolina always gets to stay in North Carolina, right? They always
right.
Greensboro or somewhere. But, just looking way ahead.
Yeah.
Lexington would be, I think, would you think Florida would rather go to Lexington or Raleigh?
Oh, man.
I think
the matchups and all that doesn't matter.
I think and
Lexington, you put it that way.
Here's another way to look at it. I don't know if this matters. You tell me. They've also already played in that gym this year in Lexington. Does that matter? They've already played in Rupp. They know the arena. Does that matter?
I don't think that matters.
Okay, not much.
No, I don't think that matters.
Not much. The Alamo Dome is where you want to go. Did you ever play in the Alamo Dome, Patrick, at Florida?
What's that one? Is that the
San Antonio?
San Antonio? I don't think so. No. I've been to San Antonio twice in my life.
I haven't. I heard it's a cool city. I heard it's a really cool city.
It's cool. It's not like a lot. It's not Austin. It's not Dallas, and it's not Houston. It's a lot simpler than that.
Yeah. Hey, what's your thought on Walter Clayton? He hasn't scored a lot. He's had a little bit of a turnover issue. I think his scoring will come back. My issue with him is he's got to take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Got to take care of the ball, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's huge. Yeah, he's got to take care of the ball. I'm wondering what happened. Like what he had coming off of that great game he had against Kentucky. then he kind of, I don't know. But I do appreciate that he's not trying to shoot the ball 20 times if he doesn't have it going. There's a lot of guys that they're gonna hit their average no matter what because they're gonna take the number of shots
Those kind of guys
required.
Those kind of
Yeah,
guys. Well,
and those are the guys that lose.
Here's my thought on Clayton, and tell me if Clayton has a game or two where he doesn't score to his average, Florida can pick up those points. They've got a very good scoring team. Florida can pick up Clayton's, 10, 11 points he's left on the court. It's hard to cover turnovers because he's a guard. Most of his turnovers are up high, and if he turns it over, it's a run out. A lot of times,
A lot of times, you're absolutely right.
I think they can cover his on nights where he only scores 10 instead of 20. I think Florida's got enough scores they can cover, right? They can cover for those extra points. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm certain for sure.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And with how many possessions they get, that's why that's the flaw of having a fast offense like that. You can live with missed shots, but you can't live with turnovers because turnovers eliminate your chance to offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Eliminate your chance to play, proper defense to get,
Pat,
turnovers, they're just wasted. They're wasted.
Were you a good offensive? I can't remember. Were you a good offensive rebounder, defensive, or both?
I was a really good offensive rebounder.
Yeah, and you had a good feel for where a missed shot when it goes up, where it will miss at.
I mean, I wouldn't say I was like the best. Like Will You Get had it's unreal and nose for the ball. Like I think he still has the freshman record for most rebounds in a debut game. I think he had 16 rebounds in a game in freshman year, and just has an amazing feel for it.
Yeah.
I think it's something you've got to want, and you understand. It's almost similar to like being a defensive end. You have so many plays where you get close. You get close to getting the sack. Yeah. You might even get your hand on the quarterback and touch him, but you don't get it. But, I would say getting an offensive rebound is easier than getting a sack. But they're very similar. You got to be intentional. You got to keep bringing it every time, knowing that you might not get it. But, when you do get it, then it's, you got to do the right thing with the ball. Do you go back up the score? Do you need to pass it back out?
Pat, has there been much talk when you're in Charlotte with the SEC Network? And obviously, I've watched a lot of you. When you're on, I'm watching the games most of the time. Has there been much talk the last couple of weeks on the set, even without the cameras rolling? I can't figure out why does Tennessee appear like they're in a funk? I've watched them 3 or 4 times this year, and they don't look like Tennessee of the last couple of years, but they've been ranked number 1 for a few weeks.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think Tennessee, when they get into these droughts, so they can't score very, very well. Yeah. They don't know how. Zakai Ziegler, I love his game and what he represents, but he's not an ace. He's not your ace in the hole.
Yeah.
Chaz O'Neal, he's been struggling as of late. I didn't see the game against the Tennessee at Texas, but I just knew it was going to be a rock fight.
Yeah, I've watched Tennessee probably 4 times this year. Forget the Florida game; that was an anomaly. Florida just steamrolled them. But every game, Patrick, you didn't see the Texas-Tennessee game. Well, if you watched Tennessee, you saw it. It's kind of an ugly. They never get in rhythm, and it's odd for a Tennessee team, a modern Tennessee team. They normally run and jump and score. They're labored right now to put the ball in the basket, Patrick. And
but it starts with their defense. That's usually what is the spark for their offense. They always have great defense. Gosh, it's a long night. They always bring it and turn you over and get easier baskets. And I think when they can't get stops consecutively, or they have to defend for a long time, like nobody wants to defend for 25 out of 30 seconds. But if that keeps happening and you're giving up offensive rebounds, you get worn out, man. You get worn out. So should be giving up offensive rebounds.
You always say that. Yeah, it's nasty to dig in for 30 seconds of the 35 and give up a basket that's rough.
Yes.
That is rough to dig in. Hey, Pat, it's very early, but odds that are you fairly confident this is a year the SEC could get 2 number ones, couldn't they? It's hard to do.
Alabama. Can see Alabama getting one. Can see Auburn. Can see those two.
How about the Florida Gators? You've heard of them,
Florida
right?
Gators, man. If the Gators finish, if you finish second, I think the first. This is the way we should word it. If you finish first or second in the SEC,
Good point.
you should be a 1 seed.
Good point.
For sure.
Yeah, it'd be hard to if what do they play 18? And gosh darn, yeah. If you finish second going through those 18 games, I mean, if you finish second going through those 18 games, Patrick, at the end of the year, you've got to have 5 wins over ranked teams or so. just the math.
Right.
I mean, your resume is going to look really good. And you know, Florida, what Florida get? They got I think North Carolina will hold on and still be a pretty good win. This is not a great North Carolina team, and you know Florida beat them earlier, but I think Carolina they'll do enough to be a night. That'll be a good resume. And then Florida, you know, they got Tennessee already. To finish second in the SEC, you got to go get 4 or 5 more ranked team wins. They'll be good wins, man.
Yep.
Good wins. Real good wins. All right, Pat, you need to get going probably, and we kept you over the top of the hour. I appreciate your time. So tonight, halftime of the first game you said is Mississippi State Auburn, right?
Yes, Mississippi State at Auburn.
Be interesting tonight. No Janiah Broome, and we have no idea how long he's going to be out.
Watch for the freshman Pettiford, man. Watch for him. He's amazing.
And who was that guy? Who was the guy and what team? He had kind of a funny name. Oh, the backup guy for Texas A&M that scored all the points. Remember that guy?
Oh, Zurich Phelps. Zurich Phelps.
Who is this guy? I saw him the other day. Who is this guy? Where'd he come from?
Transferred from SMU. He was there with Rob Lanier.
Nice player, isn't he?
And he averaged 14 points a game there. Not a great three-point shooter, but
wow.
Shoot, the game against Oklahoma, he's got lights out.
Yeah. Yeah. He went for like 35, didn't he?
34.
34. Woo, that is nice. All right, Pat, you got a sharp suit on for tonight? What are we wearing tonight? What do we got?
I think you're looking okay.
You going
looking all right. We'll see.
You going tie or you going turtleneck or what are you doing?
Yeah, I think I got going with the tie today.
All right, nice look. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
all right, brother.
Okay.
All right, brother. Appreciate you checking in. I know you're busy. You're working tomorrow night too at Network.
Yep, same thing.
And decent games, right? Not great ones tomorrow night though. Tonight's the best night.
I know Texas and Oklahoma, the rivalry game, they're playing tomorrow, so
that'll be fun.
That might be the best one.
Gators win comfortably tonight.
Yeah, I think so. Without a doubt.
Easy win. Crowd should be ecstatic. You know, welcoming the boys
Be
back.
Be listening for Mr. Brightside.
Okay, yeah.
Fans always do it. Mr. Brightside, it's great.
There you go. Sounds good. All right, Pat, have a good broadcast tonight. We'll be watching, and we hope you can check in for a few minutes tomorrow. We'll review all the action. Thank you, buddy.
Sounds good. Thank you, buddy. Good day. Bye-bye.
That's our main man, Patrick Young, traveling. He's up in Charlotte, checking into the hotel. Going to do a quick change, and you can see Pat on TV tonight on the SEC Network. Halftime of the first and second game, and he does a great job. We'll check in with him tomorrow as well. Kind of off the clock a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a break. Come back. We'll set some things up. We'll do some trivia, I think, a little bit later, too. Trivia Pat will be here. It'll be a lot of fun as we wind through hour number 2 on a Tuesday. It is a Hurricanes Jointon Creek Tuesday around here, the Young and Norvelle Show on Action Sports Jack.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Sun slowly setting over our beautiful downtown with that tremendous river cutting through. Tuesday going away, and tomorrow, reminder, Tuesday today, obviously, we are at Hurricane Jointa Creek. We're here every Tuesday. Glad to be here. Josh and Kelly do a super job with places, a lot of fun at happy hour here. Kind of one of the hangout, the mainstays in the Mandarin proper area right by the foot of the Jointa Creek Bridge is where you will find Hurricane Jointa Creek. I actually had lunch here today earlier, and it was wonderful. I had a big old cheeseburger myself, business lunch. One of the people I was meeting with, they had a tremendous looking chicken wrap, and my buddy that I was meeting with, he had a bunch of chicken wings. He ordered a bunch, and they're big old chicken wings. He took some out home with him. Had a great lunch here at Hurricane Jointa Creek. If you're in the area, coming or going, you can't go wrong. Weekend, weekday, they've always got something going on, including later tonight, 7 o'clock. Every Tuesday, they do trivia. We'll get with Trivia Pat and have a little fun here, hopefully, in a few minutes. I want to get back to the NFL. Disappointing loss for the Vikings. Never really were in the game. But they've got an interesting situation now at the quarterback position. They've got options. Darnold played so well, played a good, solid season. Not the best, but a solid NFL quarterback season. He is a free agent. What do the Vikings do at quarterback? J.J. McCarthy obviously showed a little bit. I wasn't big on McCarthy coming out of Michigan. Had a good preseason, played, and got hurt early. He got hurt early. But what do the Vikings? It's kind of a good spot to be in if you make the right decision. But Darnold and McCarthy aren't going to be on the same team. Which direction do the Vikings try to sign Darnold? I mean, they've got McCarthy. Is there a trade in the world? What do? Do you try and sign in? It is nuts. And I was looking at the Vikings as of right now, and I've got a list of every team, their salary cap right now as we sit. Obviously, you can cut and move, and these numbers can and will change. But right now, as of the end of the season, the end of the regular season, the Vikings, they've got a quarterback situation they got to work through, and they are showing $65 million worth of cap space. 65 right now. 65 right now is their cap room, and that is, gosh darn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 from the top. So they've got a decent amount of cap space. They'll make some moves, but what do they do? What do they do with quarterback? Is there value in Darnold? And he's not signed, though. He's not signed. Vikings offseason will be an interesting one. And you might have heard Patrick and I talk. You probably thought the same thing. Boy, it is rough to have that type of regular season. The Vikings were good, man. They won a lot of games. They came very close to winning their division. Final week, they don't win their division. Not only get sent to play a wild card game, they go on the road to play a wild card game. They had a lot of wins and a lot of good to be sent home this early in the playoffs. That's the way it is, man. That is the way it is. But the Vikings go home. Speaking of the playoffs, now that round 1 is complete, Super Wild Card extended weekend is behind us now in the books. 6 teams go home. 8 teams are still alive. Here's your setup. If you don't know, let me go through it just in case. This Saturday, 4:30, the Houston Texans are at the Kansas City Chiefs. Your second game on Saturday, the Washington Commanders back on the road at the Detroit Lions. That is your Saturday second game, 8 o'clock kickoff. So Houston, Kansas City, Washington, Detroit. Sunday, coming up this Sunday, your 2 games will have your leadoff game at 3 o'clock will be the LA Rams at Philadelphia. Rams, Eagles, 3 o'clock Sunday. Your second game Sunday, and really the marquee game of the weekend, 6:30 kick on Sunday. I like that, by the way. It's not 8:30 on Sunday. I love the second game, 6:30 kick on Sunday. Baltimore, the Ravens, playing good football. My Super Bowl choice before the season started. Man, this is going to be a hell of a game. What a shame one of these teams has to go home. Baltimore at Buffalo. 6:30. Loser leave town. Winner move on. Obviously, winners play the following weekend. The 2 winners in the NFC meet 2 winners in the AFC. Looking ahead to championship weekend. Obviously, those games will only be on Sunday. There will only be 2 games left. Just looking ahead, if you're making plans, and you may not have heard, Championship Sunday, the NFC will play first. 3 o'clock. The AFC will follow at 6:30. So if you're making plans, if you're an NFC guy, AFC guy, the NFC will go first on Championship Sunday, 3 o'clock. AFC will follow at 6:30. And then obviously winners meet, what is that, February 9th? I think it is. February 9th, I do believe it is. Super Bowl, February 9th. So there you have it. That's kind of peeking ahead a little bit down the road. Want to review a little bit tonight, Florida basketball. Good news, Gator basketball. Better news, Gator basketball in Gainesville. Bad news, 9 o'clock tip. And I hope, it will tip at 9-ish, 9:05, whenever the actual tip is. It may start on an alternate channel because it will be chasing, I guess, the first game, Mississippi State Auburn. No, I'm not sure. I think it is actually on ESPN 2. So Florida, it'll start around 9. That's the bummer, though. Man, I hate those late tips during the week. Florida playing Missouri. Missouri not ranked. They're like 13-4, but they really haven't played much competition, and they're not supposed to be one of the better teams. The Gators should win tonight, and then just watch. Or actually, Florida will take the court, really knowing most of the action. You've got Mississippi State taking on Auburn. That's 15 versus 1. You've got Ole Miss taking on Alabama, 21 versus 4 with regard to rankings. And you have Texas A&M, maybe not, with their best player, Wade Taylor. Texas A&M, 11 taking on 8. Florida's in a good spot right now. They can kind of carve a little space if they win their next 4 games. And the reason I point out the next 4, until Georgia just got ranked yesterday for the first time this year, the Gators' next 4 games were going to be against unranked SEC teams. And right now, this year, it's hard to play 4 games in a row in the SEC and not face a ranked team. Now, Georgia did get ranked. They got ranked 23rd. The Gators play them 4th in this 4-game run. That's 2 weeks from now. They may or may not still be ranked, but Florida can carve out a little space. If they win 4 just by mathematical numbers, all these ranked teams are going to knock each other off. Now, it'll all come back because a little bit later, Florida will go through another gauntlet. They open up with a gauntlet. They'll go through another gauntlet where they're playing a bunch of ranked teams back-to-back. So it's going to all even out over 18 games. But it would be nice if the Gators win the next 4. They're 2-1. If they get to, 6-1? They get to 6-1 in conference play 2 weeks from now. I mean, there's going to be a lot of losses in front of them. It's a good spot right now for the Gators. The rankings came out, like I said earlier, yesterday. And let me pull them up again in case you missed. It is a not football. Let's go to NCAA men rankings. It just means more right now in basketball. Speaking of rankings, preseason, good news for the Gators. Did you see where the preseason women's softball poll came out? Florida's ranked number 1. Gators are expected to be really, really good. They were a World Series team a year ago. Oklahoma, you're defending champions in softball. But Florida, the Gators, preseason number 1 ranked in softball. Baseball, the most recent poll that came out, Florida's preseason number 10 in baseball. So 10 in baseball, 1 in softball. Again, looking at the top 25, and a lot of you I know have not kind of put your basketball hat on. So you may not understand what's been going on with basketball. The SEC has been ungodly good early. They absolutely wiped the floor with the ACC in the SEC-ACC Challenge, 14-2 over 16 games. A lot of big wins for the SEC. And get a load of this. Here's your most recent AP men's basketball top 25. Just came out yesterday. And I'm going to hit SEC schools. Out of 25 ranked, Auburn 1, Alabama 4, Florida 5, Tennessee 6, Kentucky 8. So that's 5 of the top 10 from the SEC. Keep going. Texas A&M 11, and their star player has missed 2 games. Keep going. Mississippi State 15. Ole Miss 21. Georgia, 23. That's 9 of the top 25 teams out of the SEC, and very top-heavy. It's not like a bunch of them are in the back 10. Very top-heavy. And Oklahoma dropped out this week. They had been ranked. 9 of the top 25 from the SEC, 5 of the top 10. They're all going to start playing each other now, though. They're all going to start playing each other. And that top-heavy leaning for the SEC, and I know we got a long way to go. It's hard to get a number one seed out of your conference. And it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. All these teams start beating up on each other, and the SEC could get no number one seed. There's only 4, obviously, number one seeds when March Madness, the bracket comes out. But this is a year, if this form holds for the rest of the year, even though they'll knock each other off, losing to quality teams is part of the formula. The SEC, right now, they're in decent position for 2 number one seeds. The record, and it's been done several times, there have been conferences that have produced 3 of the 4 number one seeds. Doesn't happen all the time, but it has happened before. So there you go. A lot of basketball talk today on the program. And if you didn't hear, I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out just in the back of your mind. Obviously, the first and second round sites are selected, obviously, in March Madness. There are 8 sites that host the first and second round. Here are the 8 sites: Lexington, Providence, Seattle, Wichita, Cleveland, Denver, Milwaukee, and Raleigh. Obviously, your SEC teams that make it in and are highly ranked, Lexington's probably the place they want to go. Kentucky cannot go there. You can't go to your home city. So you can go to Lexington. You don't have to wrestle Kentucky and about 20,000 Kentucky fans. The regional sites, when you go through the first 2 rounds, the regional sites are Newark, San Francisco, Atlanta, and Indianapolis. So your SEC teams, the best path, that if they could hand pick a path, get sent to Lexington, win your first 2 games, and then go to Atlanta to try and fight your way to the Alamo Dome. San Antonio is where the Final Four is held this year. All right, let's take a break. We'll have some time to play some trivia. Trivia Pat, do you accept the challenge? Trivia Pat says he always accepts the challenge. He will sit in this chair, and we'll have some fun. I've got just to tease the break, I've got a trivia question, Pat, and it's got a video element to it. I'm even going to show you my trivia question with a video element. I'll get things rolling. We'll have some fun as we take it down the final half hour on a Tuesday. Good time is had always right here at Hurricane Jointed Creek.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play, is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
We don't have enough fun around here on this show. It is time to really lighten it up. We have fun on the final 30 minutes of our Tuesday edition. We've kind of, I don't know how this happened, but it's fun as I welcome trivia, Pat, not to be confused. Patrick Young goes to the hotel, heading to the SEC network, and we replace him with.
We look similar.
I mix you two up all the time.
I know.
I'm like, am I working with Patrick Young right here, or am I working with Trivia Pat? Glad to have you, man.
Hello,
how this
everybody.
happened? This was kind of fun. I think you do your trivia, and you've been doing it here at Hurricanes for a long time on Tuesdays at 7.
Yes.
So you're here in this, 5:30, 6 o'clock, kind of just getting settled. And
yes.
You've got gear to set up as well. And once we started this show, I know we've been doing this for a while now. I said, hey, man, if you want to sit down and got a couple – and this has been fun.
Absolutely.
Hasn't it?
Yeah. Get my ugly mug on.
Oh, come on. You're no uglier than Patrick. And y'all look just alike, so nobody even knows the difference.
No.
Just move right in. That's kind of like a stand-in. They try to have the stand-in for the actor, the star.
Right.
They want the same kind of – because they bounce the lights and they walk through the scene. You're
there.
Spitting image.
I'm there.
You're spitting image. Perfect stand-in.
The SEC network won't know.
No. When Patrick's not feeling good, we'll just send you. How you been?
Good.
How
about you?
I'm good. Not crazy cold. You just came from outside.
It feels great.
Feels good.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. It is winter time though. I guess we gotta live through that. All right, I'll get us started. I got one, and it's not a defined answer, but it's understood, and I've got video to back it up. Okay. And let me set it up, and then I'll ask Casey to play the clip. Okay. In the and we go to the National Football League. You've heard of that, right? The National Football League.
Vaguely.
There's a pass attempt that is generally considered the worst ever passing attempt in an NFL game ever.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you video of it. Casey, can you play it? Okay, we're lining up. This is a Super Bowl, by the way. Dolphins, Redskins, 1973. This was the Dolphins' undefeated season. They're trying to standard field. That's blocked. What's going to happen? Here, pass it. Pass it. No, don't fumble it to Mike Bass, who scoops it and runs in for a touchdown. Was that not Casey? Can we play it one more time? Can we cue it up again?
Gary and Casey, I don't think I've ever seen this clip before.
It's great.
I don't know what I didn't know.
Okay, Dolphins line up, field goal.
Okay.
The game ended up 14-7, so very tight game. Super Bowl 7, 1973. Dolphins perfect. It's blocked. Get it. What are you going to do? Pass it. Somebody's open. But if you can't pass it, just bump it in. Hey, if you can't pass it, set it like a volleyball for the other team.
Kickers are people too, Terry. You can't
All right.
blame the kicker.
That play right there is generally considered the worst, and you can see why, right? The worst attempted pass in the history of the NFL. Trivia question: who tried the pass? It goes way
I've
back.
never seen the clip.
Okay, fair enough.
I won't know who it is.
Fair enough. And the name fits. You saw the guy wasn't the kicker. It was the kicker. The ball came back to him. And he wasn't the most athletic guy you've ever seen. Great kicker by the name of, do you know?
Give me.
And the name fits.
70, what year did you say?
73. By the way, that was the Dolphins' that was the one and only undefeated season. The Dolphins were 17-0. They ended up winning. That was the Super Bowl. That was the final game of the year. That made them 17-0. A little guy who was a great kicker for the Dolphins by the name of Garo Yepremian. Have you ever heard of Garo Yepremian?
No.
What about the
man?
And then it came back to him. He went, hot potato. I don't want it.
We can.
I don't want it.
I saw a pass this season, by a quarterback that resembled that.
I never thought I'd use this word I'm about to use to describe an NFL pass attempt. That attempt was so bad, but it was kind of cute to watch. He was so cute, a little guy. He's a kid. Hey, single bar helmet. I think he was from Hungary.
Can they bring
Hungarian?
I want the single bar helmets back.
Double trivia. His brother, Garo Yepremian, was a really
He had
good
a brother.
Kicker. His brother kicked at Florida. Berj, B-E-R-J. Berj Yepremian was a kicker
I
at
hope
Florida.
he was a better athlete.
He was a better athlete, not as good a kicker. That guy was a great kicker. Here's the story. It's 14-0 Dolphins. They're trying to finish off the 17-0, the historic 17-0 season.
Yeah.
And tight game. The Redskins were good. The field goal was blocked, and the attempt, fumble, blah, blah, blah. That was returned for a touchdown, 14-7. And the Redskins took control of the game. They had an interception late in the end zone. They were taken over, so that play almost cost the Dolphins, but the Dolphins hung on to win 14-7 and go 17-0.
Who were the actual quarterbacks?
Bob Greasy and the Redskins alternated Billy Kilmer, Sonny Jurgensen. I think Kilmer had taken over.
Oh, wow.
And Redskins were tough. They were real good. 14. How about that? 14-7 final score.
I don't think once Spurrier came along in my Gator, 90s. That's when I heard of alternating the quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
It was rare. They didn't really in game as much as hot guy. You quarterback this game or the next two,
right?
And then if they didn't play real well, but actually Dallas back in that era with Staubach, Roger Staubach, Staubach wins the Heisman at Navy. Doesn't go to Dallas because he had to serve a couple years of his commitment.
Yeah.
And now that's been changed. But Staubach didn't get to play for 4 years. They still drafted him because he was a great player. So he gets to the Cowboys around 70, and he didn't quite win the job. Staubach played some, and Craig Morton played some, and Staubach played some. He finally got a grip on it.
Yeah.
And Craig Morton was traded to Denver. And actually, Dallas and Denver played in a Super Bowl where Morton was the Denver starting quarterback.
Oh, wow.
The Cowboys beat him. So, Garo Yepremian with does that qualify? Can I go ahead and give that the worst pass attempt in the history of the NFL?
Yes, you can.
I don't want it. It comes back to hot potato. Hot potato. All right. That was a tough one. That was fun. And I brought that up because this date in 73 was that Super Bowl.
Man.
Because the Super Bowl used to be early in January. And the league is expanded and the playoff rounds. Now it's in February because you got more teams, more rounds. But no, hey, when I was a kid, for the longest time, the Super Bowl was like January 9th, January 12th. Think about it. It was done.
But if, roll that into the holidays, that's a great, that was
right after New Year's. Yeah. you had the massive New Year's Day college bowl games. Because remember, that used to be the day.
Yeah.
And the season ended. College ended. That was the final. They only played 10 and then went to 11. But, yeah, about a week and a half later was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
Speaking of college, we have not gone to trivia, Terry. Speaking of college, why is the game not being played, the championship not being played this week, and it's next week?
It's next Monday.
Yeah. Why isn't it like Friday night, Saturday night? You know.
Well,
it's
not on the weekend because the NFL takes over. It would be buried with the NFL playoffs. And
are there any Friday night games though?
No, you don't want to play on Friday night. You don't want to play on Monday necessarily.
Yeah.
Big sporting events that can be set.
Yeah.
Not a series where you don't know when it's going to end. It chaps me all the time. The college game should be on Saturday or Sunday, but the NFL is so pervasive, and they're playing their playoffs. You don't want to get buried.
Right.
You don't want to get buried.
I just feel like there's been a week since we saw.
There's too much time. Right. They're going to tighten it up. There's been too many. Well, this is the first 12-team playoff, right?
Yeah.
And they'll tweak it. There's been 2 or 3 too many gaps. Too much time.
Yeah.
It's going to feel like forever by next Monday. Mm-hmm. It's going to feel like forever.
It does.
You know? Definitely. All right. Let's go. Let's have some fun.
All right.
Let's have some fun here. Fun, fun, fun till your daddy takes your T-bird away. Who sings that song? Trivia.
No idea.
We're going to
Casey,
have fun, fun, fun till your daddy takes your T-bird.
Tell my headset only, not his.
Beach Boys. Beach Boys.
All right. At the start of an NHL
I know
hockey
nothing
game
about hockey, but I talk hockey on Mondays.
How do they determine who gets the puck first?
A face-off.
Yep. That's right.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
I'm a hockey guy. Did I ever tell you that? And I'm 1-0.
Your
face-off.
Now we're going to go to movies.
Face-off. I wonder what the story is, why it's called a face-off. There's a story behind everything. Movies.
All right.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Close.
Is that the answer?
I don't know if you did this movie.
All right.
The 1960 thriller movie Psycho. What was used to look like blood in the shower scene?
Love that. Janet Leigh, I think, was the one. I think I've heard this before.
It's at that time, during that time frame, it had to have been used in any time there was blood. This was probably used before
ketchup.
Close.
Dang it, I missed it. What is it?
Chocolate.
Oh, black and white.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? If I'd have heard black and white, I might have got that. That's an L. Chocolate, yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah. And chocolate kind of oozes, and yeah, you didn't want Kool-Aid. That's too watery, you know.
Right.
Yeah, red Kool-Aid, but it didn't. The color didn't matter. I like that question, by the way. Did it say Vivian Leigh?
No.
Was the start?
No.
That was a very controversial scene, by the way.
It was.
That comes into the shower, and I guess there's multiple, but the one where the psycho comes in the shower and stabs her, that was for the time, very controversial. Very controversial.
For like
too dramatic.
Yeah.
Not that they showed a lot, but the concept. I mean, that was humble apple pie and good old Beaver Cleaver era kind of,
right.
you know, 50s, 60s.
Then they throw that at you.
To see a woman in the shower and getting stabbed.
All right. Terry.
A good stabbing in the shower you didn't want to do back in the.
How many officials are on the field in an NFL game?
8. 7? It had to be 6 or 8. 1 and 2. All right. We're all learning as we go, folks. We're all learning as we go.
All right. You ready for a food question, Terry?
Food. I eat.
I
eat.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
In what state did the Waffle House chain of restaurants originate?
Love that. North Carolina.
Georgia.
God darn you, stupid Georgia. 1 and 3. Good question. I like that a lot. Have you noticed I haven't said that's a stupid question?
I was. Thank you. You know, this makes me feel
good question.
Terry.
Good question.
All right. How many years is 4 and 7?
I've heard this too. That is so good. 4 years ago to 47.
87.
87. Son of a gun. Let me ask you a quick question.
Yes.
If the registrar over at JU is listening, They can't come take my degree back from me.
Absolutely
missing.
not.
Okay, good.
Absolutely
Good. It's in
not.
my dead rigor mortis hands, and they'll never get it right. Okay. How about the
They may not be able to find it.
How about if the principal? Yeah. How about if the principal at Edward H. White Senior High? They can't come get my high school diploma again.
No.
Okay,
They
good.
may not be able to
Good.
find it either. It's
Suck it.
It's buried at the bottom.
Good.
All right.
Gosh,
This NFL season, two teams, they both were 14-win teams, occurred on January 5th.
They both got their 14th win on January 5th. Is that what you're saying?
No, Well, they at the time when they played, they both had 14 wins. What were the two teams?
Vikings, Lions.
Yes.
Woo! We're back. We are back, baby. Hold on.
Isn't that funny? After the game,
and the Vikings are gone.
When
all those wins, good season.
When Dan Campbell was talking to Kevin O'Connell, they shake hands at the end of the game. He said,
Sure.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they lose to the Rams.
I know.
I would have loved that playoff game.
And what a bummer. The five of the 6 NFL games were terrible. And the first round of the college football playoff was terrible.
Yeah.
All right, 4 minutes and 23 seconds.
All right. What was the name of the 1982 Sylvester Stallone movie?
Oh, brother.
When he was a Vietnam veteran Green Beret.
Rambo.
Close. Think.
Rambo Returns.
No. Not Rambo. But one of his other. We talked about chocolate being used as blood.
Oh, bloodbath, bloodthirst,
First blood.
first blood, first bloody thirsty.
Oh man,
2 and 5, not bad.
Oh.
Rambo, was that a bad movie? Oh, was that a knockoff of Rambo or something?
No.
It was a good. It stood on its own.
I loved it. Yeah.
How many Rambos were there? Like 5. They did
I'm
a lot.
Sure, you still make them.
That guy's still in the woods running around, still slashing people.
All right.
He's still taking on an entire army. 1-man army.
Sylvester can do it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. He does a movie where he's a truck driver in an arm wrestling circuit.
Oh
ring.
yes, I remember.
That's one of my.
What was that movie? That arm? That's not a question, but I know what you're talking about. He was an arm wrestler.
We'll talk about it after. In what stadium was the Cotton Bowl held on January 8th, 2025? So the Cotton Bowl this year.
Yeah, Jerry World.
AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, AT&T, not the Cotton Bowl itself, because the Cotton Bowl is just not a fancy. Oklahoma, Texas still play in the original Cotton Bowl for their Red River rivalry, but
no, not since
they still play. No, they still play because the fair's there.
With Texas going to SEC though, is that
no?
Or they
still play
the
Red River rivalry. It's just like Florida, Georgia. It's still played in the old Cotton Bowl that's actually named the Cotton Bowl.
Oh, okay.
The game, the postseason game has moved to the pretty stadium,
Jerry's World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they still play it there. They got the World's Texas Fair going on too, there.
That's one of the growing up as a kid, I loved. I have no horse in the race between Texas and Oklahoma.
I've always liked that game too.
They got to keep that rivalry.
I'm with you.
Not the only one.
2 and 5, man. I'm a dumpski. No, this is a good question. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We got a couple, 2 or 3 more questions.
What? In combat sports, what does MMA stand for?
Mixed martial arts.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
3 and 5.
All right.
Oh man, do I have any timeout? No, I don't want timeouts. We're running out of time, and I can't stop that clock.
Terry,
look at that.
Think back to the year 2000. All right.
All right.
Y2K. When you were at the club. All right.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on.
The song.
How you doing?
The song.
How you doing?
The song "Who Let the Dogs
Can
Out"
I buy you a Bahama Breeze?
comes out on.
Oh, don't ask me who sang that. Terrible.
You just gave yourself a hint.
The Bahama Boys. Bahama. It's Bahama something. Come on. I get that.
Baha Men.
Baja. It's in there. I'm taking a win for that.
You can.
It's 1 minute.
This is your show.
1 minute. Baha Men. I had it. Bahama. Bahama.
Okay.
Men.
Okay. Hang on, Terry.
It ain't easy being this smart, brother.
I wish I wish I was you, Terry.
I like you. I like the fact you took me back to the club back in 2000.
All right. Music. Originally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as part of Black Sabbath.
Dun,
then as a solo artist was inducted in the class of 2024.
Down. Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Terry.
We are 5-5. That'll do it. Get out. Don't ask me another thing.
Nope.
Don't say another
Nope.
thing to me for 26 seconds. That'll
Make the
do it.
draw.
Wow, fun job. Thank you, Trivia Pat. Thanks to Patrick Young, who was on earlier. Ben Dobbins, you'll start seeing and hearing from him. He was on earlier. Casey producing. Everybody made it happen. What a fun time. Thanks to Josh and Callie for allowing our show to broadcast right here at our favorite Tuesday hangout, Hurricane, Jointon Creek. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we